Welcome to AlexGs Aquarium, everybody. Today we're going to be finishing up the bracing, getting it attached to the tanks, and then we're going to try and get the 720 gallon tank filled with water, and hopefully I'm able to get out from under the stand of the 480 gallon because I think I'm stuck. Just kidding. Welcome to AlexGs Aquarium, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed my little journey back in time there to getting the bracing wall attached between the 480 and the 720 gallon tank. I know I didn't really like doing it that much. It was kind of a nightmare and it took a lot of time. And that leads into talking about the bracing system on the 720 gallon. Of course, the bracing system on the 720 gallon tank, I haven't talked about that for a little while. Last couple of videos, I just kind of mentioned it's being monitored, or didn't really mention it at all. And I wanted to really address that. I don't really make videos during the week very often, but I just wanted to talk about it. It is working right now. There's no signs of bowing in the tank, on the bracing walls, anywhere that I can detect, which means at this point, I'm going to declare the bracing on the 720 gallon tank good. And we're ready to keep moving this system forward. Before we talk about what's coming up in the next few weeks though, I really wanted to take a couple minutes here to just talk about the community and wanted to really say thank you to a few people out there. One, I want to say thank you to Rico's Reef Tank and his live streams that he does on a regular basis. When this situation happened with the 720 gallon tank bowing, I went on there, wanted to kind of talk about it, just vent a little bit, talk about what I was going to do, see if anyone had ideas, because I don't know anybody directly that has built plywood tanks and might be able to offer me some advice. I was kind of taking a bit of a chance and trying something that I didn't know if it would work. As I started to talk about the bracing and what I was going to be trying to do, nobody other than Joey the King of DIY hopped onto the live stream. I know he's extremely busy, and he saw that he could help me out a little bit. So we talked about the 720 gallon tank bowing situation a little bit, told him what my plans were, and he basically said, no, stop, don't do that, on edge 2x4 bracing. That's the way to go. That's what's going to be able to fix your problem. The skinning idea of hardwood I had over the tank, he said, it might slow it down, but it's not going to stop it. Eventually it'll fail. And I'm glad that he came on, was able to tell me that before I went through that whole process. So thank you, Joey, King of DIY. Really appreciate you really taking the time to help me out with the setback I encountered in the 720 gallon tank. Again, thank you to Rico's Reef Tank for providing that medium and having those live streams to be able to have that community and be able to talk about these things. So thank you very much, Rico. And everybody else that's out there on the live stream too, that joins or goes in the chats there. Really want to say, thank you for everybody's support. Thank you to all the viewers of my videos. I really do appreciate all those comments and questions I've been getting. They've really been helping to guide me through this build a little bit more and give me some really good ideas and feedback on the tank. Let's talk a little bit more now about where the 1600 gallon system is going in the next few weeks. Well, we've got water, we've got heating, and now we're ready to move on to some of the next steps. With everything kind of running here, we're getting down to a lot fewer things that I still have to check off the list to get this tank running. A few of those things I'm going to be talking about is we got to get salt in this tank. We have to find out whether or not humidity control measures that I put in for this system are working or if anything needed to be changed. Testing's still ongoing there, but I will be talking about it in the next few weeks. The protein skimmer is a huge one. And I promise, probably the first video I do, after we get salt in the tanks is going to be talking about that protein skimmer. If I get some good testing results out of it once salt is in the tank, and even if testing results aren't as expected, we can talk about modifications I'm going to make. So stay tuned, that stuff's coming up. I also want to take the time to talk about emergency planning in tanks. And as I start to get more stuff building into this tank, there's still a lot of stuff that has to get done. Just to name a few things, we got to talk about water flow solutions for this system. We got to talk about reef lighting because, well, the 720 gallon tank has what I'm considering satisfactory lighting over it for just a fish tank and some light coral maybe. The 480 gallon tank has a single AI sol over it. That's not going to cut it. That light's only on there temporarily just to light up the system and allow me to be able to kind of look at it and envision what it's going to look like down the road when there's actually animals in it. And that's another big topic that has to get covered. I have to talk about getting an apex on this system. So there's a ton of stuff I still have to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not rushing anything by any means. I'm going to take my time. I think though, at least if we get salt water in the tank and get a couple other things going, we could probably start to get a couple little things in the tank just to get life jump started. So stay tuned everybody, it's going to be a lot of fun. As always, if you got comments or questions on the 720 gallon tank, bracing system, or anything about the 1600 gallon system, please feel to leave them down in the comments down below. Always have a lot of fun interacting with the community every week. And of course, if you like today's video, go ahead, give me that thumbs up. And even if you didn't like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down if you like, that's okay too. Lets me know how I'm doing. And I will be putting out more content every week on this channel to keep going through the journey of the 1600 gallon system. And as always, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you on the next video.